Afternoon, Mister. My name is Noelia Gallo, and today I'm going to talk about how those deforestation affect agriculture and contributes to the climate change. Objective. It's shown that creating politics to protect the environment, land, and forest, lowering agricultural rent by raising the opportunity cost of labor and stabilizing and rationalizing the land use, we can absolutely combat deforestation and climate change. Okay, organization. FAO is a specialized agency of the United Nations. It is made up of the United Nations itself and a series of programs, funds, and specialized agencies, all with their own leadership and budget. What they do, they develop projects about forests and climate change, poverty in the world, the use of pesticide in agriculture, food security, etc. This organization is characterized by supporting agreements related to food and agriculture. So another data from Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations is that their objective is to achieve a world in which food security prevails by raising the levels of nutrition, improving agricultural productivity, the condition of the rural population, and contributing to the expansion of the world economy. The FAO wants to promote practices and policies that support the integration of the agricultural and productive sectors. So the other source that I use is the Department of Economics and Resource Management. The mission of this organization is to contribute to the well-being of the planet. Their interdisciplinary research generates innovation in food, health, environmental protection, climate, and sustainable use of natural sources. They develop programs to stop deforestation. The other source that I use is WWF. It means Worldwide Foundation. This is an organization and foundation that contributes to save the forest, animals, and the environment. They develop projects to help the animals and the forest. They worried about the planet situation. So how does deforestation affect agriculture and contributes to the climate change? As we know, deforestation has been an issue for decades. It's not something that it's new. Nowadays, we know that the high concentration of the greenhouse gases are driving change in the earth, contributing in this way to the climate change, generating like hurricanes, heat waves, floods, and drought, affecting the biodiversity, the health of many animals, the environment, the agriculture, etc. Deforestation is the result from trees being shot. This problem occurs all over the world. It's not just in one sector or another. This occurs all over the world, and deforestation originates risk for agriculture. But with these solutions that I'm going to give you, we can reduce deforestation and climate change. Okay. So talking about deforestation. Deforestation causes the inability to cultivate anything in the ground. An important function of the forest is that they help the agriculture and the planet from climate change by absorbing the carbon dioxide, CO2, a major greenhouse gas. And in addition, when the soil has a big erosion and there is a rainy season, the soil will not be able to retain the water, which will end in flooding, and this affect the agriculture because it causes the destruction of the crops. The forest purifies our air, they stabilize the soil and prevent erosion and stabilize the soil and prevent erosion and are the house of many species in the world. In South America, around 98 million hectares of forest were affected by fires in 2015. And sorry, and um, I want to say that when trees are cut down, they release all the carbon that they have been storing into the atmosphere. What the foresters do with cutted trees is to generate more carbon emissions of CO2, and this directly affects the climate change. Forests are important repositories of biodiversity, and their result in sustainable management essential not only to conserve them, but also to sustain the function of ecosystem. And what we can do is the crop intensification. It's like growing more food on less land and with traditional forest deliveries to develop livelihoods that do not harm forest and ecosystem. The human activity is the main cause of deforestation. Millions of hectares are cut down or burned to extract the wood. The main cause of deforestation continue to be in the human activity with 72%. And so um so I in addition, I can say that deforestation has a big impact on agriculture. This is something seriously. We need to take care of the land. We need to take care of the wood, the water to save the planet. The best we can do is to stop. The best we can do to stop the climate change and deforestation is to save the forest. They have a significant role rationalizing the land use, lowering agricultural rent by raising the opportunity cost of labor. We can generate and practice the solution to stop deforestation and climate change, helping in this way to the environment. So solution number one. The first solution is to reduce extensive agriculture rent, the present agriculture prices. Okay, agricultural rent can be lowered by raising the opportunity cost of labor. In other words, if we raise the cost of labor of the farmers, the agricultural rent will decrease. And here we have the solution number two. The second solution is to create politics to protect the environment. So uh, this solution means that, for example, here in Honduras, we don't have a lot of politics to protect the forest or the environment. Here, the one who wants to cut down the trees do it because deforestation is not regulated or there are no politics to regulate this. The solution number three is the third solution is halting agricultural expansion and reduce deforestation. Okay, agricultural expansion causes the loss of forest and takes away the habitat of many species. And here we have the conclusions. Deforestation has a big impact on agriculture. As I said, we need to take care of the land and the water. We can practice the solutions that I said before to stop deforestation and stop the climate change in this way. The best we can do is to save the forest, and the government should implement policies to regulate the deforestation. And this was my exposition. Thank you for your attention. These are my reference. Thank you.